When we come up with song ideas, we most often start with a guitar and then add synthesizer, bass, and drums, and then the vocals. And that just most often ends up being an enormous song arrangement. No space to breathe and everything's just super busy. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a great chorus by doing less. I'm Kester, you're watching SynthYourSong, and let's hop into the session. The first and most important rule to make things sound bigger is making the section before sound less. Let's have a listen to this demo. This is a song kind of like in the direction of Dayseeker. So depending on what you produce, it might vary a little bit. But in this case, it's quite cool because Dayseeker does a lot of like synth wave industrial things in the verses. And it's rather atmospherical. But let's have an actual detailed look into what I did here. So we have all these synthesizer, and in almost all the synthesizer, I have an EQ automation. Let's look into it. For example, this. And here, we simply take those and cut them back a little bit. The further we look along, the more we can do that. So for example, we just want this part to be a little bit less. So let's go into all those. Let's take the brass, like this. Then we have some loops. I'll actually do that with, instead of cutting that, just do automations to have it a little bit smoother. If that makes sense. Let's see. Awesome. You see how big of a change that already is? And all of those automations, be it with an EQ or with a volume automation, it just helps controlling your arrangement. And I've made a video about automation yesterday, so if you want to check that out, I will link it down. And coming to the second rule is give room to breathe. If we focus on just the guitar in the chorus, it sounds like this. What I used here was the Odin 3, and it's an awesome guitar. Let's humanize it a little bit more. Go into advanced note playing. Let's make some string noises, left hand noises. And there's a lot of space, a lot of room to breathe. And if there's room to breathe for other elements like the vocals, the whole arrangement sounds way more controlled instead of being this massive wall of sound. And the whole arrangement with the guitar sounds like this. And with the drums, it sounds like this. And with all those pauses, there's just a little bit more room for other things. In this case, for some synthesizer. The synthesizer sound like this. They're super pretty. They sound a lot like Dayseeker. And if the guitar would play the whole time, then the synthesizer would not be as present and would have almost no impact and would just produce a lot of mud that is not needed. And this way, the synthesizer just have a lot of space in between. And the third rule is keep it tight. In this song, there are a lot of things that are very stacked because they are emphasized by synthesizer, for example, the guitar, like here. That is the guitar. And then there are two synthesizers that emphasize that. The first one is a gritty guitar layer from my Serum preset pack new metal producer. And the second one as well, but those are just 2 octaves, sound like this. But what you can hear is that it's very tied to the guitar. So it's just emphasizing the guitar part, and it's played very, very tight to it. And also the bass here. I'm using the Behemoth bass, which sounds also super, super nice. I love that. Let's humanize it a little bit more even. And together with a bass layer from an upcoming preset pack called Industrial Music Producer, but that will take, I don't know, another week or 2. And together it's just very tight. That way it sounds huge, but it also doesn't seem like there is too much going on. And that will just extremely help you later on in the mix and with the vocals. The main takeaway of this video is arrangement is king. Sure, play around in your demo and see what you like. But when you finalize your song and you go into the studio to record it, make sure that the arrangement is helping you to emphasize what's truly important. If you are a band or a songwriter and you need help with productions like this, reach out to me. I will link all my contact information down in the description. Thanks for watching, leave a like and a follow. Happy producing.